Hey, welcome to Coding Demos. In this tutorial, we will learn how to create option menus. So, what is an option menu? Option menu is basically actions that are located on the toolbar, whereby if you click on any of the actions, it will perform a certain action. So let me open up the emulator and let me show you the app that we will build in this tutorial. So here we have the app. We have the toolbar on top that holds basically the title of the app as well as two menu actions. So the first action is the setting. So if you click on this setting, that will show you a toast message. Now the other action is located when you click on the three dots. So I click on that, then it will show you the second action, which is about us. If you click on the about us, it will show you a toast message as well. So let me open up the Android Studio and build the project. So we'll name this option menu tutorial. Option menu tutorial. Then click on next. Click next. Click next, and click on finish. Okay, build is complete. First thing is we need to add the library for the Android support library, because we'll be adding toolbar, so we need to add the Android support library. So we do that by going to Gradle and then go to the build.gradle module app, and then let me close this. Okay, now here we'll go to the down to the bottom, then to compile, and then give it com.android.support and then design, and then we'll give it the version number 24.2.1, and then click on sync now and wait for it to sync. Okay, sync is complete. Now we'll go to the resource, and then let me close this first. Now we'll go to the resource and then go to the values and then style, and then let me close this. Now we'll change the parent theme. So instead of that action bar, we don't need action bar anymore, because we'll be creating our own toolbar, right? So we choose no light action bar. Okay, so that's done. Close the style, open up the project again, and then now we go to the resource and then right click and then new Android resource file, and here we need to create the menu. So look at the source set and then change that, the resource type, and then change that from the values to menu, and then we'll give it a name, my menu, and then click OK, and then go to the text. Let me close this. Okay, so inside here we'll create the item, the first item. So the first item would be this setting, so we say item, and then we give it an ID, so Android ID, and then we call it action underscore setting, and then we'll give it the title, so it's Android title, and then we choose setting. Then we have the we need to control how we want this item to be visible. Do we want it to be visible on the toolbar? Do we need it to be visible always on the toolbar, or do we need to hide it? So we'll do that through Android show action, and then here are the options. So we have always means that I need this item to always be visible on the toolbar. Never, if you choose on never, then the item will be hidden from the toolbar, but instead it will be visible when you click on the three dots. And then we have usually we will work with either these, we will work with always, never, or if room, but you can choose other ones as well. The if room is if let's say you have multiple items, multiple action menus, right? So if there are multiple, more than one, then it is better to choose the F room. F room is that, okay, if there is an extra room for this item to be placed in the toolbar, then let it be visible. Otherwise, just hide it from the toolbar, and it will be easily accessed when the user clicks on the three dots. So for now, we'll choose always, and then we'll close the tag, close the item tag. So here we have the error. So it says that we need to choose app instead of the Android. No worries. So we'll just change the Android word to app, and then we need to create the namespace for this. Create namespace declaration. Yes. Okay. So now we have that. Another thing is we need to extract the string resource for this setting. So right click on that. Sorry, click on that and then choose extract. And then here we'll give it a resource name of menu underscore action underscore setting. Alright, so here we have the item. Another thing is we need to add another item. So based on the emulator, we have two items. So let me add the second item. So just copy this and then paste it here. Let me just change the ID. So instead of setting, it would be about us. And then for the text, the title would be about us. We'll extract the string resource as well. So extract, and then we'll call this menu underscore action underscore about us. Now, as you can see here, that for the app show as action, when you hover your mouse over it, then the length will tell you that it is preferable if we choose if room instead of always, right? So that's why, like what I've mentioned earlier, if you have more than one item that you want it to be visible in the toolbar, it is better to change the show as action from always to F room. F room. Now, for example, you can actually go ahead and choose always, but if, let's say, for example, the title of the item is too long, then it will overlap with the title of the app, and sometimes it makes it hidden, right? Let me show you later on. So for now, if it's F room, we'll go with the F room option and always option here. Okay, so now we're done with the menu. Now we'll go to the activity underscore main, and we need to add the toolbar. So we'll delete the hello world default text view. So delete that, and then go to design, and then you scroll down and look for the toolbar. So scroll down, and there's a toolbar. It's in the custom app compact. So choose toolbar and then just drag it to the view here. Okay, go to text, and then we'll basically remove the padding. We don't need the padding here. Okay, and then let me format the code so it looks easily readable. The other thing is we need to change the theme here. We don't need this, so we will replace it with app theme. So let me create a declaration, namespace declaration for this. Create. Then for the theme here, we'll go with style / theme overlay dot app compact dot dark. Okay, and then for the another thing is we need to add the app pop-up theme, and then here we have the style / theme overlay and then we'll look for the app compact dot light. So the reason we're doing this is because by default, if we don't add these two, right, then the text would be black. Let me show you. Let me just remove this. Let me hide this, and then I'll run the app and I'll show you how it looks like. So this is hidden. Okay, let me just comment this as well, just to give you guys an idea, and then I close the tag here. Okay, so now we have the toolbar, right? That's fine. Now we need to go to the main activity, and then we need to define the toolbar. So it's toolbar, then we call it mToolbar, then equals to we need to cast the toolbar, then as usual find view by ID, and then we look for the toolbar ID, that's the one, and then end it with a semicolon. Now we have the toolbar. Another thing is we need to inflate the menu which we have just created. Now if we don't inflate the menu, then the menu will not be shown in the toolbar. So how do we do it? Well, you go outside the onCreate method, and then you write another method called onCreateOptionmenu. OnCreateOptionsmenu. You choose that, and then inside this method is where we're going to inflate the menu resource file. So we'll do like this. We call menu inflator, and then we'll give it a name of menu inflator equals to get menu inflator, and then here we'll say menu inflator dot inflate. Now we choose the first option, inflate. Here we need to pass two things. We need to pass the menu resource file that we've just created, and then the menu object. So the resource file will be r.menu because it's menu. So it's menu dot my menu, and then comma, and then we give it the menu object, which we have it right here. This is the one I'm using right here. And then now for the return, we need to return true. Return true. Okay, so now we've created a toolbar, we have inflated the menu, and it looks everything looks okay. So let's give it a run and see how it looks like in the emulator. So click on the run button, and then click OK, and we'll wait for it. Okay, so we have the app running, but as you've noticed that the toolbar doesn't have the title of the app, and the menu option is not actually shown up here. Okay, so the reason why, it's because we forgot to add this line. We need to say support, set support action bar, and then we need to give it the toolbar here. So if you forget this line, then you won't be able to see the option menu nor the title of the app. So if you run the app again, alright, great. So now we have the title, and then we have the other options, right? The other actions. That's fine. But another thing you notice is that why all the text is black. That's the reason why when I mentioned earlier in the activity underscore main that we need to add this line. So the app theme is we're choosing appcompile.doc. When we choose this theme, it means that in the text, the toolbar text, everything will be white. So if let's say we comment this line, let me move this, and then set the closing tag here. Let's run the app again. Alright, so the text color all turns to white, which is good. Alright, now another thing you notice is that the title of the app is, it's cut off, right? It's not fully visible, and that's the reason why we need to, if you look back to the my menu, we have here is like the app show as action if room, and there's the other one is as always. Now if we say if we try to change to if room and see how it looks like. So even if we change to if room, the title is still cut off. So possible solution to this is basically to set the second option, the about us, we set it to never, and then we run the app again. So by this time the toolbar title should be visible. Alright, so you see the title, it's fully visible, but what happened to the other item is that the setting is yes, because we're choosing if room, so the setting action is visible, that's correct, but for the about item is not visible. Because why we chose never? So when we choose never, so Android will automatically create the 3 dots here. So when you click on the 3 dots, then you have the about us. But wait, why the background is black? Now if you go back to the activity main, activity underscore main, as you can see in the app pop-up theme, now if I comment this out, if I remove the comment, right, let me remove the comment, and then let me just take the closing tag and then just put it, just remove the comment here. Okay, now for the pop-up theme, here I'm saying that I need the pop-up theme, I need the pop-up theme style to be light. So if I choose that, I run the app, so instead of white, instead of black background, it will change to white. You see, so we have a white background. So we have the title, we have the text is white, and when you click on the 3 dots, we have it, the background black. That's fine. That's what you want it, right? Okay, that's good. Now if you go back to the app again, when we click on that, it doesn't perform any action, right? So let's do that now. We'll go to the main activity, and then outside of the oncreateoption menu, we'll override another method, which is onoption item selected. Okay, and then here we will say we will do an if condition. When you check if the user have clicked on the settings, then you perform this action. If user clicked on the about us action, then perform this action. So right now when the user click on any of the items, then we'll basically show a simple toast. So it's if the item dot get item ID equals to r dot id dot action underscore setting, then we'll show a toast message. So toast dot make text, then we give it the context, which is main activity dot this, and then give it the text, which is you have clicked on setting action menu, and then we need to set the length, so we'll set it to short, and don't forget to set the show. Okay, so now we have the text, you have clicked on the setting action menu. Now we'll do that for the other action as well. So if the item dot get item ID, so let me just copy this so it's easy a bit. So let me copy this, replace it. Now for the ID, instead of setting, we'll change that to about us, and then we'll change the text. You've clicked on about us action menu, about us action menu, and then toast length is short. Now everything looks great. Let's run the app again and see what happened. So run. Okay, so we have the app here. Let's click on the settings. Alright, you have clicked on the setting action menu. Let's click on the 3 dots here. Click on the about us. You have clicked on the about us action menu. That's great. Now everything looks great, right? How about if, let's say, you want to add an icon, right? I mean, like instead of just showing a text, you want to add an icon. So that's really simple. You can actually add an icon easily by going first. You have to choose an image, or sorry, an icon that you wanna work with. So let me open up my browser, and in the next tab here, you see I'm opening up the design.google.com/icons. These icons are for free, provided by Google, so you can choose them for your project. Right now I have chosen this icon, and this is the icon I'm going to use inside the project. This icon will be used for the About Us action menu. Okay, so let me open up the Android Studio again, and then go to the resource, and here we have the drawable, right? So let me open up my folder where I'm storing the image, and then let me add it in the project folder here. So for example, when you click on the info, right, and then you have the option to choose which color that you want and what is the size. So I'll go with the 24dp because I'm going to use it in the toolbar, and then you just click on the PNG here, PNGs, you click on that, and then it gets downloaded to your computer. Now I have the image already, so let me open up here. So as you can see, here is the options. So when you download the folder, right, it will ask you which platform you wanna use the image for. So I want it for the Android, so you just click on the Android, and here you'll be provided with these 5 drawable folders that represent different screen sizes. So just copy them and then paste them inside your project folder. So I'm opening the project folder here. Just go to the app, and then go to SRC main, and then go to resource, and then just paste that here. So here I have the images, the icon, sorry. Now to add them, to make sure that you've added them correctly, you can go to the resource in your Android Studio, click on drawable, and there we have the icons. So to add them, you can just go to the Android, and then here we have the icon, and then choose drawable, and we'll choose the info icon because that's the only icon we have right now. So when we choose the icon, it will basically shows you a small preview of the icon that you'll be working with in the sidebar here. Okay, now we need the icon to be visible. So let's say we'll choose if room just to show you guys. So let me run the app. Okay, so when I run the app, as you can see here, there's no more 3 dots, right? Because the icon size is smaller than the text size, so it doesn't take that much space. So when I choose the if room, then it immediately showed up in the toolbar here. So I have the setting, so you click on the setting, shows the toast. You click on the About Us icon, that shows you the action as well. Now if for example if you want the icon to be added under the 3 dots, then the icon will not be shown. What I mean is, let's say I change the show as action. Instead of if room, I chose never, right? I run the app again. So when I run the app, now we got the 3 dots back. When you click on that, then it doesn't show the icon. Why? Because it is under the 3 dots, so it doesn't use the icon. That's automatically done by Android. But if you want to set the icon, then you need to choose the if there's a room, if room, and if there is actually room or extra space in the toolbar, then the icon will be easily visible, like what I mentioned earlier, like what I showed you earlier. But right now, since we're explicitly telling Android that we need the item to be hidden from the toolbar, so there's no point in showing the icon here. It automatically shows you the text instead of the icon. But let's say if we undo, right, we say no, we want it to be in the toolbar. If we run the app again, so we have the icon, that's fine, but you might be wondering what happened to the text, right? The text is actually there, but not really that visible unless you hold click on the icon. So when I hold click, so you see the text shows About Us, but for the icon, sometimes you might be wondering, if I click on this action, what would happen? Or if I click on this icon or button, what would happen? So when you click on that, it has the About Us. So that's why you need to add the Android title here, just so that it will be easier for your user to understand the behavior or the action behind clicking on certain icon in the toolbar. Right, so that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these awesome tutorials, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thanks again for watching, and happy coding.